All right, hello Aries. We are going to do a reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We are going to see if Aries is going to find new love in December 2022. So, will Aries meet a new partner in December? The answer is no, with an exclamation. So, this is just next month. So, this is meaning that we're not going to meet anybody in December. So, why will Aries not meet a new partner in December? So why will Aries not meet a new partner in December, please? The wheel. So I'm getting it's just not the right time here. I feel like there's some type of change that's coming in, but it's possibly is not manifesting in December. What does Aries do that repels new relationships? The Hierophant. What can Aries do to attract the right relationship? What can Aries do to help them bring in the right relationship? We have Queen of Cups. So bring in more love into the relationship, into your connections, into your interactions, possibly trusting your intuition. The Hierophant can be, I don't know, for some of you, maybe there's something about the Hierophant speaks of like society type things. So I don't know why I'm getting like differences. Maybe you're not open to different types of people, different types of culture, race, or religion. Maybe there is something here about also the Hierophant being that of it's a very spiritual card, but can also be a religious card. So being too religious, being too dogmatic, depending on who, I mean, if that's the type of connection you want, then you have to find someone that's on the same page, but you can't force other people into that, right? I'm also feeling like you may have been going through some type of lessons here with this wheel because the Hierophant can bring in lessons, right? And so there's some type of change. So there's an opportunity to learn from whatever lesson the cycle that you're coming out of here with this Hierophant. And this talks about like self-worth, self-value, self-esteem. What you were taught, it's Taurus energy. So what you were taught possibly in from your home life, from like your home, your early days. Let's get some more cards about that. Tell us more about this Hierophant and what it is that they need to work on and what's repelling relationships. Too much arguing, the devil. Fighting, arguing, too much competition. We have Capricorn, Taurus energy, maybe power fights, power struggles, issues. Someone may have issues with their parents as well, mother or father, maybe both. But power struggles over resources, power struggle over finances. Resources is kind of what I'm getting. And then could just be just power struggles in general. So I feel like there's a need to bring more love into a situation, into a connection. Rely on your intuition and not so much on what society has to say and what people think and trying to win and trying to always be, you know, to look a certain way, possibly because Capricorn energy is about status. And Hierophant and the devil, this is very much about like status and resources. So maybe someone cares too much about the way that they look, how they look, what the kind of car they drive. Maybe even like being paying caring too much about how someone looks on your arm or how you look next to someone. I feel like here with the Queen of Cups, water energy is about bringing love into a situation. So, trusting your intuition, opening up to your intuition more, going into situations and interactions with a place of compassion for yourself. And why do I say that? Why compassion for yourself? Because sometimes we do need to understand that we all have issues. We all have things that we deal with. And there's always an understanding of, okay, if this happened to me when I was a child, it would make sense that I would be like this now. But I still have a responsibility. That's the compassion. I understand why I would be a certain way or certain things that have happened to me. I get why I may be this and I may be that. I may have these fears or whatever, but I still have a responsibility to work on those, to realize it, and now change those things and not let situations hold me back or make me, a person who is devolving rather than evolving. Tell us about this Queen of Cups. Seven of Swords, yeah, ignoring intuition. But I feel like what this is saying is to trust your intuition. Seven of Swords is typically associated with like sabotage, either from outside sources or self-sabotage. But this is saying don't sabotage yourself. Pay attention to your emotions, to pay attention to your feelings, and bring that into situations. Page of Cups. Someone, maybe you feel like you want to apologize even to someone, but the Page of Cups, I do feel like there's a new beginning here with the Page of Cups, and I was seeing the Fool as I was shuffling, but I didn't take it. But I do see Page of Cups is about like new, getting to know each other, getting to know someone. So I see that not in December necessarily, but we see like a change of energy here with the Seven of Swords from this conflict and battling and status recognition and that kind of thing to being more of a loving energy and a compassionate energy for yourself and for others. So I feel like there's some type of a change that does take place once you start to work on our intuition, once we start to work on our compassion. Tell us about this Hierophant and Devil. What is this about? Expectations. Yeah. What are you expecting? What are you expecting from other people? Expecting, it's just like having maybe too high of expectations for other people. But then what are expectations do you set for yourself? It's just like sometimes these expectations can be very demanding on others. Just approach a situation with love. Let things be how they are. You can do what you can to offer support, to offer help. But if someone is just not, you can't expect everyone to meet your expectations, just like you do not meet everyone else's expectations. So if we're going to walk around having all these high expectations that people can't meet, it's going to cause all kinds of conflict. You're not going to win. You're never going to meet anyone who's going to meet your expectations. All right. Let's get one more card here for the wheel. And then we're going to do, well, let's just do a card of advice and we'll do an answer card because I think this is kind of to the point. So card of advice or additional advice, information for Aries, please. Advice or information for Aries. Five of Earth. So fear surrounding money, the wisdom to accept and to accept help from others, to help others, uncertain employment, things like that. But it's fear surrounding self-worth, whether it's because of money or because of childhood, typically because of childhood, maybe not having money during childhood, but it's a lack of self-worth. And so then there's this need to have to look a certain way, and then we put all these expectations on the people that are around us, even our own children, putting really high expectations on them. It makes them feel a lack of self-worth. It makes the people that we're with feel a lack of self-worth when they're never good enough, when we treat them like they're never good enough. So that's kind of what I have here. So I do feel like this energy, once you start working on that and just having compassion for yourself and others, that energy starts to change here with the wheel. So go ahead and think of a question, Aries, and we'll pull an answer card for Aries. What is the answer to Aries' question, please? We have listen to your intuition and reconsider. All right, so that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching, Aries. You stay blessed, and I will catch you next time. Bye.